Glyco Pulse blood sugar support. This is a product that I'm seeing going around with some scam marketing. I'm not saying the product itself is a scam, but I am saying there's some marketing happening, whether it's from affiliates, people misusing the product, whatever. Glyco Pulse blood sugar support, reviews and complaints. If you're looking up Glyco Pulse ingredients, Glyco Pulse for blood sugar, whatever it is you're looking for, having to do with this product. I found 3 different websites that were hosting videos about this that make different claims. And so we're going to take a look at one of these right here. Just know that if you see any famous people, it's manipulated lip movement with AI generated audio. So it's deep fake visuals. They're trying to make you think these people have something to do with it, and they don't have anything to do with it. No doctors, hospitals, celebrities, or famous people ever endorsed Glyco Pulse blood sugar support. So let's hit start from the beginning on this first video here and see exactly what they're claiming.
If you have type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, or insulin-related problems, you need to see this. After I started taking this anti-diabetes drink made with honey and 2 other ingredients that Morgan Freeman uses to reverse his type 2 diabetes, my glucose never went above 90 milligrams per deciliter again. And the most shocking part, I'm eating sweets every day. To make this recipe, you need a glass of warm water, 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, cinnamon, and a little bit of this special honey known as Manuka honey. Take a glass before bed and watch your blood sugar be completely eliminated through peeing, practically overnight. But I must warn you, only take 1 glass a day because this recipe is very strong and can eliminate up to 60 points of glucose in just a few hours. Since I started taking this anti-diabetes drink, my life has changed completely. My glucose used to always be like this, and now it never goes above 90 milligrams per deciliter.
So let me just explain what's happening so far. They showed Morgan Freeman, which to me means they're going to show Morgan Freeman deepfake talking later. He has nothing to do with this. They're going to make it look like he talked about this, but he never did. And they promised a recipe involving apple cider vinegar, cinnamon, Manuka honey, and whatever. The promise of a recipe with pantry ingredients, herbs, spices, fruits, vegetables, meats, whatever, things you might have in your house already. That is a classic scam thing where scam marketers are going to pretend that there's a recipe they're going to reveal to you in a very long video that they're showing to you. Like this one we can see right here. They never actually are going to reveal exactly how to do some sort of recipe or all of the ingredients. It's just going to sound interesting. You're like, oh, Manuka honey. What's Manuka honey? I have normal honey. Ooh, cinnamon. Ooh, cinnamon sticks. Cinnamon bark. Something like that, right? Or not cinnamon bark, but like, the cinnamon sticks that you see in stock photos. And then they said apple cider vinegar. Scammers love including a bottle of apple cider vinegar in the background of their videos because people have come to think that it has miracle properties. And so they know people will recognize it and think, oh, there's going to be some special thing. So if you see Glyco Pulse diabetes, Glyco Pulse reviews and complaints, anything like that, you're looking that up rather, and you want to know more information, there is scam marketing happening for this product. You'll see it right here. I'm not saying the product is a scam. I have not tried the product myself. I am, however, telling you that there are a lot of products out there right now with gluco or glyco or sugar as the prefix. And it is very difficult to find information specifically about who has created the product for whatever reason. Maybe it's just coming from another country. It's hard to find their website, whatever the case. My advice will always be to go see a doctor. And so I hope that you take that to heart. Let's watch a little bit more of this and I'll show you the 2 others that I found.
Regardless of what I eat during the day. Okay, I know that sounds too good to be true, but take a look at what Morgan Freeman said about this in an interview he gave recently.
Jimmy, if I had to recommend just one thing to stabilize glucose quickly and without medication, it would be this homemade remedy made at Manuka honey. Ever since Dr. Oz showed it to me, it has become my nightly ritual.
Dr. Oz has nothing to do with this.
I drink a glass and always wake up with my glucose under 90 milligrams per deciliter.
So again, if you're seeing anything with Glyco Pulse, Dr. Mehmet Oz, Glyco Pulse, Dr. Phil McGraw, any other famous doctor, they have no involvement with this. No universities, doctors, hospitals, or famous people ever endorsed or said anything positive about Glyco Pulse blood sugar support, supplements, or pills.
This recipe is better than any diet or pill I've ever used.
A few hours after taking this drink for the first time, your glucose will already drop dramatically to healthy levels. As you take this drink over the next few days, your energy and vitality are 100% restored, and you no longer feel that extreme tiredness or energy spikes during the day. And a few weeks later,
And the woman they're showing is probably a deep fake as well, which is not the big of a surprise. The next video, this could be the same video, but it's like a different web address. Let's hit play.
I'm Margaret Brennan, a journalist, and today we're looking at a discovery that could completely change how we understand type 2 diabetes. For decades, we've been told this disease is irreversible, a lifelong sentence. But a natural protocol is proving the opposite, and the results have surprised patients and doctors across the country. In just 1 week, people diagnosed with type 2 diabetes report significant drops in blood sugar levels. And within a few weeks, a complete...
So let's just say this. If you're looking around online for Glyco Pulse, Face the Nation, CBS News, they never broadcast this. They're using Margaret Brennan, with deep fake technology to make it look like she talked about this product in a recipe, Manuka honey and all that, and she never did. Face the Nation diabetes segment, Face the Nation diabetes interview, Face the Nation, Glyco Pulse, blood sugar support, all that sort of stuff. I hope that you find my video.
Reversal of the disease. Now, I know exactly what you may be thinking. That sounds impossible, or even, I've heard promises like this before. But here's the difference. We're not talking about rumors or random stories from the internet. We're talking about clinical evidence backed by respected physicians and results that have already transformed the lives of thousands of Americans. And to explain this in detail, I'm joined today by Dr. Mehmet Oz, who will reveal for the first time in an exclusive interview how anyone can prepare this simple recipe at home naturally and safely. Dr. Oz, tell us, how can someone watching right now access this protocol and begin reversing type 2 diabetes?
So she would have him on, and she did have him on, it looks like, to talk about politics and the administration and healthcare and all that, not to promote something like this in such a weird way as a moderator and host. Moderators and hosts of these sorts of shows don't promote things. They set up interviews and get the interview subject to tell them about things.
Thank you, Margaret. It's an honor to be here and share something so simple yet capable of changing the lives of millions living with type 2 diabetes. In recent years, after treating thousands of patients, I've seen more and more people trying random internet remedies, ebooks, miracle drops, cinnamon tea, apple cider vinegar, always a single ingredient. The problem is that instead of getting better, many actually make their health worse with these unproven methods.
Okay, so Face the Nation, and they show Dr. Mehmet Oz. All right, what's the third video that I found? Let's see exactly what's going on here. I saw this one going through TikTok, and again, it had Portuguese. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. It had Portuguese in the URL, which would come from Brazil, I had to think, because these things normally have to do something to do with Brazil for whatever reason.
Tonight, we investigate how Halle Berry, Tom Hanks, Randy Jackson, and several other celebrities are reversing type 2 diabetes using a new method known as the reversal ritual, a simple recipe that costs less than $1 and that, according to experts, activates the same GLP-1 mechanism triggered by Ozempic and Mounjaro. But without injections, without side effects.
And Dr. Sanjay Gupta has nothing to do with this. 60 Minutes never broadcast this. Tom Hanks, Halle Berry, Randy Jackson, if they show... I can't remember the other person. I might remember her in a minute. Any other celebrities, they have nothing to do with this at all.
And up to 3 times more potent when prepared correctly. Here's what really shocked the investigators. People following this morning ritual are reversing their type 2 and getting out of the danger zone before Christmas. No restrictive diets, no exercise, just by performing this remarkably simple routine. Tonight, we're going to uncover the truth behind this. We'll test the method live with Dr. Phil, the doctor famous for fighting Big Pharma, who went viral after demonstrating the full recipe in a short video. But that's not all. Halle Berry
I think they're about to show Halle Berry, a completely AI-generated person supposedly being Halle Berry. Not just her mouth movements. They're going to show a completely AI-generated Halle Berry in a completely fake kitchen. So the entire video, every element is going to be fake. Let's see if they show that here in a second.
Claims she used this exact same trick to completely free herself from insulin and medications. And at the end of the show, we will reveal the full, step-by-step recipe that these celebrities follow.
That was it.
To understand how such impressive results are possible, check out this exclusive video Halle Berry sent us.
This reversal ritual is amazing. In just 15 days, my blood sugar dropped from 200 to 110. And by the end of 3 months, I was completely off insulin and my A1C was back to normal. And no, it wasn't those Ozempic pens everyone is thinking about. It was all thanks to this morning ritual I made every single morning. These test results you see on the screen came from...
Now, this, obviously in the red dress, this is her on like a late night show, Jimmy Kimmel or something like that, right? But the other stuff you just saw of her in a kitchen, completely fake. And that's where scammers are going these days. And again, this is about Glyco Pulse. If you're looking around online for Glyco Pulse reviews and complaints, Glyco Pulse blood sugar support. Glyco Pulse scam, whatever it is you're looking for. I hope that you found my video because this is a lot of what I can see is the marketing for this. Again, no credible evidence tying this marketing to the company, unauthorized marketing, misuse of the product, whatever the case. I just want to inform you about what I'm seeing here with these unauthorized deepfake videos that in reality are owned by 60 Minutes or the Jimmy Kimmel Live show or whatever other shows you see here, CBS News, Face the Nation, Dr. Oz's show, whatever they show.
This natural method, exactly like Dr. Phil taught me. I just wanted to say thank you because I truly believe everyone should try this before Christmas if they want to get rid of diabetes. It really works. You can see your numbers plummet in just a week. I even shared the tip with a friend of mine, and his blood sugar stabilized at 98 inches 1 week.
Hear that? At 98 inches 1 week, when it should have been at 98 in 1 week. But the AI generated voice or whatever read IN to mean inches, because that's of course short for inches, and made a mistake.
He's super happy, and he doesn't even
And people blame these celebrities and doctors even after I make these videos, even after they watch my videos. So I'm just trying to be clear. These famous people, the doctors, the celebrities, have no involvement with this product. They've been manipulated with AI technology to make it look like they talked about this, but they never did.
exercise or follow a restrictive diet.
It is truly astonishing to imagine that a ritual costing less than $1 could have such a powerful effect.
Why would he be saying this as someone who clearly is like the interviewer? It is truly astonishing.
Especially when compared to Ozempic and Mounjaro pens. To verify this, we've brought in none other...
Dr. Lustig? Yep, there he is. Dr. Robert Lustig also has no involvement. He's being misused in this video.
By many to be the world's leading expert on carbohydrates and the dangers.
I guess we'll stick with this till they show Tom Hanks soon.
Experience. Is this really possible?
Just like you, Sanjay, I am absolutely shocked by these results. And honestly, it is impressive to see how something so simple and inexpensive can deliver transformations like this. Anyone can do this at home. I've been seeing thousands of videos on TikTok and other social media platforms from men and women thanking Phil for this discovery. Everyday people are seeing their glucose drop 50, 80, 100.
You like how one scam video claimed Dr. Oz discovered this, and like this video is like Dr. Phil did it. Like they
struggled with high blood sugar for years.
Tom Hanks.
But this ritual changed the game.
Completely fake kitchen, completely fake Tom Hanks, completely fake everything. Isn't that amazing and also terrifying that this is where AI is going in terms of what they're trying to do with celebrities to make people think they actually endorsed it? You can kind of tell it doesn't really look like Tom Hanks perfectly right there. Like the nose, there's something a little off about the nose right there. But when he turns back toward the window, he does look like Tom Hanks, which is not good.
In 9 days, my levels stabilized in a way no medication ever could.
And this, of course, is from some sort of late night show. So what have we learned? We've learned that Glyco Pulse blood sugar support bottles are being marketed with scam marketing by someone with no credible ties, no credible evidence of ties to the company, an affiliate, maybe misuse of the product, whatever it may be. And that's not good. And what this will go to if you try to order this is a website that might claim, hey, there's no auto ship. Which to me means maybe if it goes through a scam funnel in an unofficial website, that they're going to charge you subscription charges of hundreds of dollars a month, despite what they're claiming. They may also try to enroll you in other things that you maybe didn't want to agree to, or charge you more money from the very first payment or whatever. Again, unofficially, not through the actual company, from what I can tell. And money back guarantees going through scam funnels, it's just a promise. It doesn't mean they're going to honor it, of course. If it's a scam marketing funnel going through an unofficial website with no ties to the company that are visible or clear or evident, then they're not going to give you your money back because it's scammers with scam marketing, deep fake marketing. So I hope that you have benefited a little bit from my video here. I want to make this to try to point out a few things that maybe you missed, such as, oh my God, all these, things are fake and terrible. And so I don't know. Some people might ask, well, what's a product you do recommend? I wish I had some answer. Go see a doctor. And if you don't like a doctor you went to in the past and you're like, Jordan, doctors are scams. Big Pharma's a scam. I'm just trying to get you to go do something that doesn't involve you going and falling for a textbook deepfake online marketing scam. It makes no sense to avoid going to see a medical professional in your town that was maybe recommended to you by a friend or a family member. Just go ask someone that you know, hey, who's your doctor? Do you like your doctor? Is it for diabetes? Oh, that's great. I'll go see them. Instead of going and falling for something online where they claim Tom Hanks, Halle Berry, and all these other people had something to do with this when they didn't. Oh man, this is such terrible stuff, because I get the feeling people fall for these scams, and for months or maybe even years, they take some of these products and maybe their health gets a little better and they attribute it to the products of unofficial bottles or whatever, not coming from a company or whatever. But in reality, with or without the product, it would have gone the same. It's coincidence or something. Just please don't fall for an online scam. Go see a medical professional. If you don't like the first doctor you go see, you can come complain to me, but then go see a different doctor. Don't go fall for an online scam. Like, comment, subscribe. There's a join button down below. There's a thanks button. The like button's the biggest. If you could just hit the thumbs up, it'd really, really help get my video out there. Glyco Pulse, reviews and complaints. Glyco Pulse, blood sugar support ingredients. Glyco Pulse, Walmart. Glyco Pulse, Amazon. You might find it on Amazon.com or Walmart.com. I'm not sure. If you find it on there, does not mean that it has legitimacy. It just means that it is a third-party listing. It could be a scam listing. So, they allow, Walmart and Amazon allow online third-party listings. Of course, Amazon does. You probably knew that. But you're not going to find like in a Walmart store in your town. Does that make sense? So go see a doctor, go see a doctor, go see a doctor. I'm sorry that I don't have a more easy recommendation for you, but that's what I've got. Thank you so much for watching.